Hey everyone, future Stuart and Joelle here.
Hi.
We recorded this, well, after we recorded the video that you'll be watching here today. But
we hope you enjoy it.
We wanted to step in and just say thank you so much for helping us hit that 100 subscriber goal. So, as a way of saying thanks, we are planning on doing a live stream on Friday, March 5th. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So,
put it on your calendars, mark it down, and we'll see you there.
Yeah. We're not sure what we're going to do, so it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as Joelle said, make sure you mark it on your calendars. We hope to see you in chat, and we'll see you then. So
Friday, March 5th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
So until then, enjoy this video.
Bye.
Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another
Disney Top 5.
She knew I was going to mess that up. We've recorded 2 of these today. I haven't gotten right either time. Where we've been going through different things about Disney licenses, Disney movies, Disney stuff.
Disney stuff.
And just ranking our top 5 favorite things from villains, heroes, soundtracks, and Disney rides, which was last week. So,
yep. And now we're on to Disney Sidekicks.
Yeah, so make sure you check out those videos. We'll link them below. If I were like ahead of things enough, I might create a playlist.
I think you should create a playlist.
I should create a playlist. So
not a playlist.
I'll do that, and we'll link that below to make it a bit easier so you can watch them. But before we get into this week's focus, which is Disney Sidekicks, I'm Stuart.
He couldn't remember his name.
See, I don't even know my name most days.
Oh my gosh. And I'm Joelle.
And this is 2Max Try, and we want to thank you for taking the time to watch our video, and make sure that you check out our social media, which will show up at the bottom of the screen. So, I think without any further ado, let's just jump into this.
Yeah, you're first.
I guess I'm first this time.
Just a little side note. As we've been doing with all the Disney movie top 5s, this is just OG Disney.
Yep.
So no Pixar, no Star Wars, no other licenses that Disney has acquired. All original Disney movies, I guess. Yeah, Disney movies.
None of the extra licenses.
Yep.
So, alright, so we're going to jump right into this, and this list was, I think, a little more difficult to put together, for me anyway.
Because you had too many options?
No.
Because you didn't have enough options?
Well, there were some standout sidekicks. I didn't feel like there were enough out there to really care so much about. But anyway.
Sometimes the sidekicks are my favorite characters.
Sometimes they are.
Okay.
Alright, so my number 5 is a duo. And we did decide that we could do duos just because...
If they were like in the same movie, we would put them together.
Right. But only if they were really closely associated.
With each other.
So like number 5 is a duo for me, and that's Timon and Pumbaa.
Yeah.
I don't know that I know why I put them there. It's probably more for nostalgia than anything else. They're really kind of an iconic duo when it comes to Disney movies that when you ask people to name sidekicks, Timon and Pumbaa are some of the first they'll mention. I think they're just kind of lighthearted. They're just, carefree is kind of their goal.
Yeah.
With Pumbaa, there's the comedic element, and so I just think they're a good set of sidekicks that don't really offer much value to the movie, but they're there and they're entertainment. So they'd be my number 5.
Okay. My number 5 is also a duo, and it is Lumiere and Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast. Okay. I think they do offer a lot to the movie. Like, they kind of move the relationship between Belle and the Beast forward, and they're also like Belle's allies.
No, that's LeFou.
Spoiler alert if you go to Disney World. But they're also like Belle's allies in her stay at the Beast Castle. Mm-hmm. And I also like, Lumiere is kind of like the romancer and the carefree one, and Cogsworth is like the the one who can't like let loose.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a fun dichotomy.
Dichotomy.
Yeah. So, and also Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorites. So
Right.
just nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 4. My number 4 was Vanellope von Schweetz. Was my number 4
From
Wreck-It Ralph. I think I just like her cynicism.
You relate.
She's a kindred spirit. Just her attitude, I just think she's a neat character, and I think that she complements Ralph in those movies. And if
Yeah. Well, I think she's a little bit more, not worldly, but like smart or knowledgeable. Wreck-It Ralph is just like lovable, but doesn't really understand how the world works.
Yeah, so
Where
maybe that's what it is. She's a realist. Down to earth. Maybe not down to earth.
She's like you in cartoon form.
Yeah, but maybe that's what it is, where Wreck-It Ralph is the dreamer. She's like, snap out of it, that's not how life works. I just think she's a good sidekick. I think she's a great character overall. So for me, Vanellope ends up as number 4.
Okay. My number 4 is Mushu from Mulan. I just like him. It's Eddie Murphy.
He's just really good.
I think anytime Eddie Murphy does a sidekick, it's good. Donkey,
that's true.
That's not a Disney movie,
No.
but like that's a great sidekick.
Yeah, Donkey's a good
And so
sidekick.
is Mushu. Like his dream to become like one of the greats kind of thing. I just like how he is kind of the realist to Mulan a little bit. Like, don't do that. That's stupid. That kind of thing. I just think he's a great character.
Yeah, I considered Mushu, but I didn't know enough about Mulan to make really a judgment call on that. So, sure.
I think our number 1 sidekicks are going to be the same.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know. I don't remember what my number 1 sidekick is. Oh, okay. I don't know if they will be.
Okay.
All right, number 3 for me is Maui.
Oh, you put him in a sidekick.
I did put him as a sidekick. We had this discussion back in our Disney Heroes discussion. And for me, he was more of a sidekick than a main character, because the story of Moana is Moana driven. Like, she's the hero. She's the one that accomplished everything. Maui comes alongside as support for her journey throughout that. So I just think he's a neat character. I think that, just this whole idea of a demigod that's just absolutely terrified to actually do what he is capable of doing is a good character as, character creation. So, I just think that Maui is a great sidekick, and, it's always interesting to see that human protagonist with the demigod sidekick. So for me, Maui ends up as number 3.
Okay. My number 3 is another duo, Olaf and Sven from Frozen.
I would not pair them, but
Oh no?
you're allowed.
I think they both play the same kind of role in the movie.
They might, but
I think that they
Sven
could go
and
together.
Kristoff would be a pair.
Right, but can I put a duo and put Kristoff in there, or I mean trio and put Olaf, Sven, and Kristoff? I think Olaf has the best song. It's just hilarious. When he sings it in summer, and he's like, obviously I'm gonna get a tan when I'm a snowman in summer.
My favorite, it is Kristoff, right?
Kristoff is Anna's boyfriend.
Right.
Anna's boyfriend.
My favorite is when, at the end of that song, he goes,
I'm
gonna
gonna tell him. She goes, don't you dare. Yeah, but that is one of the good, one of the funnier songs in the movie. And I think, I just like Sven as that steady best friend sidekick to Kristoff, I guess. I don't know. I really enjoyed them.
Okay. It's quite an interesting.
And we met Olaf.
We did meet Olaf. All right. So we're up to number 2 then. Number 2 for me, and it's not a hero sidekick.
Okay.
My number 2 is Krunk.
Oh, okay.
I just really like Krunk. Who doesn't love Patrick Warburton? Like, really? And
he also, side note from our last video, does the intro to Soren. The video.
Kronk is a moron. And for me,
but he's a lovable moron. You just can't help but
when it
like
comes to like sidekicks for me, the dopier they are, the better. And yet, even though he is a moron, he also at times exhibits profound wisdom. So it's just, yeah, he's a great character. It's funny to watch him interact with Yzma and Kuzco in those movies.
He's from The Emperor's New Groove, if you're not up on the Disney movie.
You know, just the whole concept of him and how he knows how to speak to squirrels and
I should have had that mug with
all
me.
that
Squeak,
stuff.
squeak,
Squeak, squeakity, squeaker. He's just a great sidekick, and he does more damage to Yzma
I
than he
think
helps.
he's the perfect sidekick for Yzma, who thinks she's so smart and so crafty, and yet she has like this
for some reason
dumb
she
sidekick.
doesn't realize how he is her greatest enemy.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so Kronk is number 2 for me.
Well, my number 2 is Kronk.
Oh, really?
Yep, and for all of the reasons
Maybe we do have the same.
Stuart just stated, he's just so funny and dumb and yet smart at times, and you can't help but like him. You just can't help but like him.
Right. All right.
Like, I don't have to reiterate everything we just talked about.
So maybe we do have the same number 1.
Okay.
You saw my list, apparently.
I didn't see your number 1, though.
My number 1, and I think the reason for this one is just nostalgia for most of it. And the guy that played this character just played it perfectly. And so for me, my number 1 is Genie from Aladdin. Genie is my number 1 sidekick. Just the humor that's there, being played by Robin Williams. He's got one of the better songs in most Disney movies. And
sidekicks don't usually get songs.
Not usually, but he did.
Well, maybe they do sometimes, because Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa have a song, and Beauty and the Beast. Who would? I guess
Maui
Lumiere has a
also had
song.
a song.
Okay, sidekicks do get songs.
So we just
Scratch
refuted
that.
But I just think that, yeah, for me, Genie is just a great sidekick. He actually, obviously, pushes the story along more than Aladdin does. Aladdin kind of falls into the hero role, so maybe I should have put Genie as the hero of Aladdin. But just a great sidekick, great
I don't know if
character.
you can call the person whose name is the title the sidekick.
Sure you can. It's like this is about the guy on the side. It should have just been called Genie Saves the Day or something. I don't know. And keep in mind, this is Genie from the animated one, not Genie from the live action one. No. Alright. So number 1 is Genie.
My number 1 is Genie.
Okay.
I think for all the reasons you stated, like, he moves the story along probably more than any sidekick. And he has great songs. I think he, being played by Robin Williams, just is like the perfect personality for the movie. He's some of the comedic relief.
Yep.
He's just so fast and quippy that, no, I think he's better than Kronk. Just by a little bit.
Just by a little bit, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a great sidekick.
Wow, our 1 and 2 were the same.
Who wouldn't want a Genie for a sidekick?
Right? I want a Genie for a sidekick.
Yeah.
If anybody out there has a Genie they'd like to share,
yeah.
let me know.
Pass it our way. All right. So do you have honorable mentions?
I do.
Okay. I guess I should go through mine first.
Sure.
I had 2 honorable mentions.
Me too.
My 1 was Zazu from Lion King. And I think, once again, like Vanellope, he's just down to earth. He's realistic. He's got quite a bit of sass for being a bird. So I just like Zazu. The reason he didn't make the list is because he doesn't play a huge role in anything in Lion King. He's there in a couple key scenes. He's there with Scar. He's there with the I Just Can't Wait to Be King song. But other than that, he doesn't really play a huge role. So for that reason, he didn't make it into the top 5.
You have such good reasons behind your choices. Mine are not that thought out.
And then the other one, and this one didn't make it because I don't know the movie all that well. But I remember liking this character along the same lines of why I like Krunk, because he's a complete moron. And that's Ray from from Princess and the Frog.
You know, I thought about him too.
So...
But he's not even on my...
The guy just wanted his love.
I know.
That's all he wanted. Yeah. And he didn't get that.
No.
Sad. Anyway, but Ray would have, you know, if we were doing a top 10, he'd definitely be in the top 10.
Yeah.
But he just didn't make the top 5 because I don't know the movie well enough. I should probably go back and watch it again just to get more familiar.
You've said that a couple times now about Princess and the Frog.
Maybe we should do that at some point.
Movie night! Alright, I have 2 duo honorable mentions. So one is...
Boy, she really tried to cram as many sidekicks in.
I
don't know that I could have named all these sidekicks.
No? Is Gus and Jack from Cinderella? I think that Cinderella would probably not really ever be on my top 5 anything.
Right.
But I think she does have some really good sidekicks, I think. All the mice in Cinderella, I think, are so fun. And they just love her so much, and they're, like, in her corner and, like, will do anything to help her succeed. I like that. And then...
cheerleaders.
Woo! And then Pascal and Maximus. So Pascal is the little, from Tangled.
Lizard, yeah.
And then Maximus is the horse. And I think that while they don't have huge roles in the movie, like Pascal doesn't talk, it was more like, for the Tangled bathrooms at Disney World. I just love the little Pascals everywhere. And Maximus...
I love how your logic is bathrooms.
If you don't know about the Tangled bathrooms at Disney World, what are you doing here? And Maximus, because the horse was able to like emote and share what he was thinking without talking, and I think that's a lot of fun. He was just so like expressive. I enjoyed that.
Okay.
Those are my
honorable mentions. Yeah, so let us know in the comments what you think. What are your top Disney sidekicks? We don't know what our next video is. I think we do have favorite Disney song coming up.
Yep.
And then I don't know what else. We'll have to look.
Yeah. I think we should do a favorite Disney snacks, like from the parks.
Well, we could probably
That'd be fun. If you want to see that, let us know.
Yeah, we could consider that. Or favorite restaurants from Disney or Disney Springs. We could do that.
Yeah.
But let us know what you'd like to see. But I think that's going to do it for us in this video.
Yep.
Make sure that you check us out next week whenever we do whatever that is going to be. I don't know.
Stuart will probably put it in here and say something derogatory about us.
Not derogatory, just self-deprecating.
Oh, okay. There we go. Self-deprecating.
So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, we'll see you then.
Bye.